How are you doing?
Welcome to Spooky Thoughts.
Spooky. You can tell because of the different intro
Yes.
that I made once again.
And if it's not a new intro,
We're sorry.
ignore that statement.
Ignore the statement. But we're here. We're trying to get spooky. So today we're going to be talking about some murdery things.
It's not murder.
Who was that, Owen? I don't know.
I don't know. Anyways, now introducing our special guest.
Oops. Hi, I'm Morgyn. This is my first time. I'm a podcast version.
Oh boy.
Today is not about murder, but it can be next time.
Yes, so dear viewers, we found a street rat on the side of the corner.
Another one.
All
of our guests are street rats, especially you.
I'm a street mouse.
I'm sorry.
That's an Aladdin reference for all you Disney people out there. Okay.
So, Morgan, what are you going to be talking about today?
So today we're talking about the case of the Watcher, and it's like very recent. It's
How recent?
2018.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That
And it's like
You
he's
positive?
a stalker
You
case.
positive?
It's like
You sure?
It's so creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did an hour of research, which is more than either of you have ever done combined
That's
for this
not
podcast.
Yes, it is true.
No,
Not
that's
true.
definitely true.
It is true.
With the one Amazon episode, I did a few hours of research on that.
No, Ben. We went to Amazon, searched for random stuff.
That was
and,
about an
and
hour.
bookmarked the
Anyway,
tabs.
we don't
Yeah.
need research.
We're knowledgeable
wish you didn't.
already. We're
We
too
are.
smart for research.
Too
Y'all
smart.
collectively share 4 brain cells.
Well,
6.
that's
6.
that's generous. 5 is a good milligram.
2.5 each.
2.5
Yes.
each.
No, Owen has 3 and Ben has 2.
That's not
That's
true.
not
Owen has 4 and I have 1.
Okay, so should we start?
We've been starting.
We're
We're 2
Like,
minutes
the-
in.
Bruh, I meant the case. You knew what I meant.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go
we're waiting on
We're
you.
waiting
Okay.
you.
We don't know anything about
So
this.
basically the way this is going to work is I'm going to tell them about a case that they probably haven't heard about.
I haven't heard about it.
And
None.
they're just going to react and we're going to see what happens.
Ben's
so
gonna pee his pants.
I
Multiple
sure
times
hope
because
so.
I'm a
Pee boy.
pissy boy.
Ew. Is that like a podcast running joke, y'all?
No.
Absolutely
Nah.
not.
You just said that?
Yeah, he's just
Ew.
telling the world. On this podcast, we're honest. We tell the truth.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
So, I'm going to start now.
Have fun.
Okay, I will. So, in 2014, the Broaddus family bought their dream home
Spell that. Spell Broadus.
Broadus.
Broaddus. I have it written down.
DD?
Well,
Yeah,
the listeners,
Broadus.
the
Double
listeners can't
Ds?
see
Well,
it.
they can look up the... Okay, I'm not
Well,
gonna
that
argue.
would
I'm not
ruin
gonna
the
argue with
point
you.
of the podcast.
They bought their dream home in Westfield, New Jersey.
Was it a nice house?
Yes, so they bought
It
the
was
house
a
for
nice
$1.4 million.
Oh, it was a nice house then.
It was
Yeah.
a nice house.
And they spent about like $100,000 on renovations.
Doing what?
Renovations.
What,
But
what
what are
type
they-
of
what are they
renovations are we
renovating?
talking about?
So the house was 3,900 square feet.
Man, this 1 hour
It had-
of research is kind of letting me down here.
I have 2 sentences in. It was a pretty freaking nice house, to just say the least.
was
They
a nice
moved there.
house.
They moved there because Maria brought us. The mom grew up like not far, and they had 3 children, and she was married to Derek brought us. So the reason
Derek.
they could buy this house was Derek was like a senior vice president at an insurance company. So like
So he stole the
So-
company money.
Yeah.
the house was 657 Boulevard, not Boulevard Street, just Boulevard
Where is this?
in New Jersey.
New
All right,
Jersey.
so anyone listening in New Jersey, go over there.
Don't.
Have some fun.
Go
Don't.
over there.
You'll
Have
get
some fun, throw a
watched.
party.
So 3 days after they closed on the house, Derek and Maria began getting some
Derek.
really weird letters
My dude,
from
Derek.
someone who gave themselves. They named themselves the Watcher. Like this wasn't the
That's
media.
so pretentious.
Maybe
Oh
he's
my
like
No,
a-
God.
it's just
maybe
like
he's a
if you
wrestler
name
and
yourself,
he-
you're
you know.
automatically a jerk. Like you're.
Yeah, I know, like, what-
Can I say d-bag?
No, not yet. It hasn't been
Okay.
7 minutes.
Well, you
Okay,
can just
wait,
cut that out.
wait 2 whole minutes.
Two
and then
whole
you can say it.
If you name your, I feel like if you name yourself, you're automatically a jerk.
Oh,
like,
you know, obviously.
Like BTK, or like
Like-
the Zodiac. Like, come on,
I
get over
know,
yourself.
I'm telling you.
Okay, I was about to get off. I'm not gonna get off topic.
Yes,
Um,
You can.
I would use a. I
That's
actually
all
wrote
a
in my notes.
podcast
I
is.
would use a stronger word, but I'm not trying to get censored.
Yeah, no, we
So-
can't bleep out yet. We don't have that sophisticated technology.
So,
I mean, wait, can't we just make it like...
so The letter. Okay,
Yeah,
the letter
going.
was typed. It was like in thick, clunky letters, which was like.
What was the font?
And it was addressed to the new owners. And I have the letter here, so I'm going to read you the letter.
Oh, you have the physical letter?
No.
We can read out the physical letter.
All right,
Where
is
it?
Just pulling out the physical letter now.
Stop.
We're aggravating?
I hear that?
Yeah, all right, read it out.
That's the physical letter right
Read
here.
it out.
Right here.
So
there it is.
Okay. The letter
Just straighten it out real
said,
quick.
Dearest new neighbor of 657 Boulevard, allow me to welcome you to the neighborhood. How did you end up here? Did 657 Boulevard call to you with its force within?
What the heck?
657 Boulevard has been the subject of my family for decades now, and as it approaches its 110th birthday, I have been put in charge of watching and waiting for its second coming. My grandfather watched the house in the 1920s, and my father watched in the 1960s. It is now my time. Who am I? No. The Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. God watched the house in the 1920s. I am the Christ. Who am I? That's not part of the letter. We're getting back to the letter now. Anyway. Who am I? There are hundreds and hundreds of cars that drive by 657 Boulevard each day. Maybe I am
say
in
the
one.
house.
Yeah.
Not 657
No,
Boulevard.
No, they need to know. They need to know
It's
that
an
this
entity.
guy watches 657 Boulevard. What else is it?
It's it.
That's it. That's the only part of the house. I don't even know.
Look at all the windows you can see from 657 Boulevard.
Probably
Maybe I'm in
at
one.
least 3.
Look out at
Take your time.
Stroke.
Take your time.
Look out any of the many windows in 657 Boulevard at all the people who stroll by each day. Maybe I am one. You have children. I have seen them.
Wow.
So far, I think there are 3 that I have counted.
How long is this letter?
It's
Oh my
almost
God.
done. If y'all would just shut up and let me finish. Oh my word.
Well, hurry up. We're waiting.
Do you need to fill the house with the young blood I requested?
I didn't
Better
like
for
the way you
me.
said that.
That's what it says. Better for me. Was the old house too small for the growing family? Or was it greed that brought me your children? Once I know their names, I will call to them and draw them to me. And then it was signed The Watcher in cursive. So,
That's a love letter.
yeah, sure.
I like your funny words, Magic Man.
So after they got the letter, the Broadus family reached out to the previous owners, the Woods, who said that their last name was Woods.
The trees have spoken.
Ew. Okay. Anyways,
Anyways.
they said they only received one weird letter, and it was like right before they moved out, and they had lived there for 23 years, so they never got any letters until right before they moved out. But they threw it away. So
They threw the house away?
Come on, Morgyn.
I can't stand you. This is why nobody wants to go.
Wow.
That's a joke.
This is
I
why
laughed
I
right into
have
that
no
microphone.
friends.
That's gonna be so loud. I'm
yeah, no,
so
you
sorry.
No, you
We
clip.
don't know that.
Not necessarily, but yeah. Dear viewers,
I'm
listen
so
to what I am about to
sorry.
say.
Don't touch the mic stand. I swear to God, if you touch the mic stand.
You see that? The little tappy taps?
Oh word. Okay, stop.
The tappy taps. Dear viewers, I
So-
hope you enjoyed this segment of Tappy Taps.
So we don't know. Y'all are so annoying.
I know.
So we don't-
Isn't it great?
Okay, guys, just focus on my voice if you can, and listen to these
Tappy tap.
idiots. So both families went to the police after that and told them about the letters. And the police said, essentially, don't say anything to everyone because now all of your neighbors are suspects. So it's like, welcome to the neighborhood. You're all under investigation. Over the next several days, they were obviously like on high alert. Whatever. Construction on the house was still ongoing because like they were still renovating it.
Jeez.
What were they constructing? What was being renovated?
I want to
I'm
know.
not even
what
gonna
were they
acknowledge
adding?
that.
What were they adding?
So, and then one day a contractor, like, put a sign in the yard, and the next day it had been, like, torn up.
Oh, boy.
Which is, like...
Why is he tearing it up?
he didn't tear it up.
Maybe
Somebody
that
else
was just
tore
an
it up.
angry
Why
dog.
was it torn up?
So, maybe
What
it was
did
the
this-
Watcher.
What did the sign
That's what I'm
say?
wondering. Was
Oh,
it the
hail
Watcher?
the Watcher. So after 2 weeks, they still hadn't fully moved in, which is, like, makes sense. Because, like, if you got a weird letter saying that your house is being watched, I probably wouldn't move in either.
It's just the HOA.
I talk about the HOA later. Did I tell you that? When
Yeah,
I was
you
doing
did.
it? Anyway, so... Is it past 7 minutes?
Yeah, you can curse
Okay.
now. Not like
So
super
the
bad.
Broadus family still hadn't moved in, which makes sense, like, obviously. Because if I... What?
Nothing.
Y'all are annoying.
We are.
I probably wouldn't be super hyped to move in if I got a letter from a D-bag who called himself the Watcher, so, like...
Honestly, I'd prefer the term asshat.
I do prefer that. That's a nice term.
But Mr. Watcher man got a little impatient.
Mr. Watcher.
They hadn't moved in yet. So first of all, the letter was addressed to the family, like specifically, but he spelled their name wrong.
The last name was
so it's like
Derek.
I don't know.
Man, this man seems very relatable.
But it's
at least he knows how to spell 657.
Boulevard. You forgot
I had to look at the notes.
I don't remember it.
The letter mentions like really specific details about the family and like what's going on around the house, which is like some people think that maybe one of the contractors was the Watcher, but nobody knows for sure. It included information like the children's birth order and their nicknames, which like really freaks me out because like your nickname is a very personal thing. Because anyone can look up your like birth records and see your actual names, but like your nickname, that's something personal.
Maybe he was watching them.
Like how many people know that I call Owen Pokey Joe? Not a lot.
Not a lot.
Well, now everyone knows.
Now everyone knows.
Thanks a lot.
Now the Watcher's coming.
If he comes, I might let him in.
One of the scariest parts of the letter is when he says that he saw their daughter painting on the porch and asked if she was the artist in the family.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
Why not just ask the daughter?
How old was the daughter?
So, second letter, I'll try and read it fast. 657 Boulevard is anxious for you to move in. It has been years and years since the young blood ruled the hallways of the house. Have you found all of its secrets that it holds yet? Will the young blood play in the basement, or are they too afraid to go down there alone? I would be very afraid if I were them. It is far away from the rest of the house. If you were upstairs, you would never hear them scream.
Oh, wow.
Will they sleep in the attic, or will you all sleep on the second floor? Who has the bedrooms facing the street? I'll know as soon as you move in. It will help me to know who is in which bedroom. Then I can plan better. All of the windows and doors in 657 Boulevard allow me to watch you and track you as you move through the house. Who am I? I am the Watcher, and I have been in control of 657... I'm sorry, this guy's such an ass. I have been in control of 657 Boulevard for the better part of 2 decades now. The Woods family turned it over to you. It was their time to move on, and kindly sold it when I asked them.
Did he misspell their names again?
Who?
The current family?
The Broaduses?
Yeah, like the current family.
This is the same letter.
Same letter. Oh my god.
No, like the first one he just said to the new owners, and this one is specifically to the Broadus family.
Oh my god.
So he spelled their name wrong this time. I pass by many times a day. 657 Boulevard is my job, my life, and my obsession. And now you are too, Broadus family. Welcome to the product of your greed. Greed is what brought the past 3 families to 657 Boulevard, and now it has brought you to me. Have a happy moving in day. I will be watching.
Why didn't they put like a camera on the mailbox to see who?
That would have been a really great idea, but they didn't do that.
I'm wondering. That would have been smart.
Like,
I would have done
if he's
one of the families later on. One of the families later on that like rented the house from the Broaduses. I'll get into it later, but like they rented it out and they said like, they got a letter and they said that like as long as we put cameras up, we'll be fine. I'd be like hitting the hills. I'd be like, girl, bye. Girl, bye. So, like I said earlier, he said that he saw the daughter painting on the porch, but the porch couldn't be seen from the street. So, that means he's like, it means obviously he's hanging out of a helicopter. No.
He's hanging out of a helicopter.
He's in the trees.
So that kind of poses the question of how he could have...
I speak for the trees.
How he could have seen her from the street.
As you can see, Ben has the 1 brain cell here.
Yeah. So...
I have 2 brain cells.
You said yourself that you have 1.
Oh my god.
1.5. Good job.
And the fact that like the porch could be seen from the street kind of like gives rise to the fact that maybe he did pose as a contractor, but no one's sure. It also gives rise to some other theories that I'm going to talk about later on, which is pretty interesting, and it's my favorite theory.
Wow.
Which I'm about to get into right now, actually.
Wow.
Okay, so the next door neighbor was identified as like a really good suspect. So the house next door was owned.
Was he a nerd?
If you would let me talk about it, I can tell you.
Nerd.
I can't wait to watch this back and hate every second of it because of my voice. Period.
That's what I do.
You know,
I'm the one that has to edit them.
you know,
It's
I used
torture.
to do it too. It sucks.
So
But you have a good voice.
the house was owned by a woman named Penny Langford, and she was 90 years old.
Such a suspect.
No, listen, but
know.
a lot of her children lived with her, so the family was viewed as eccentric but non-threatening, quote unquote.
What?
But many people suspect that her
Sounds like a bribe.
her son Michael Langford was the watcher.
Michael's are always bad.
I don't want to
close.
say that officially he did it because I don't want to like get sued for defamation.
Oh yes, we're gonna get sued.
I know, right? Anyway,
The national news will be covering
Michael
us.
had been coping with schizophrenia since childhood, and his brother said that sometimes he would like spook new neighbors because he would literally be watching them through their windows and like walk through their yards.
It's just
Which
a
is
prank.
like, imagine if you
It's just a
were
prank.
moved to your new house and you looked up and you saw somebody's face in your window. I
You
think
do that all the time to my house.
That is not true. I just walk in the door.
Which has a window.
With a curtain in front of it.
And then I pull the curtain back and It's
That's
you.
rude.
It's not rude. I'm scared. I'm a little scared.
You're scared of pretty girls?
Yes, it's intimidating.
Wow. You heard it here today. Only ugly ones.
There's a
That's right. Only ugly ones.
That's why he's not scared of you.
This is true.
So,
Anyways,
Langford had lived in the house since the 60s, which is like matches up with the timeline that I said earlier. With where he was like, my father watched in the 20s. I mean, in the 60s. My grandfather watched in the 20s, and my father watched in the 60s.
His father.
So
My father before him.
his father had died about 12 years before this all happened, so that fits the same timeline, because he said he's been watching it for the better part of 2 decades, and 12 years is like the better part of 2 decades.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Owen's doing that math in his head. Take your time.
Yeah.
Also, because of the positioning of the houses, Michael would have been able to see the porch.
I need a calculator. Hold on.
It's
I'll
up.
get
It's
you a
up there.
calculator.
He's trying to calculate the better part of
I
2
need- I'll
I'll
decades.
help you. I'll help you.
So
No, been that math.
I'm good
so
at
No.
because of the positioning of the house, Michael would have been able to see the porch that the daughter was painting on through a window.
The 60%.
Good job. So proud. Oh my word.
No, wait.
I'm
I'm confused. How did I get here? How
He
am I
was-
at 1.875 e to the 14?
How did you get into scientific notation?
I'm confused.
Oh my word.
It's just 12 divided by 20.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Y'all, I cannot. So,
That's
Michael
why
was
Ben doesn't do the
eventually
math.
ruled out by the police
Why?
because the letters were tested for DNA and they found a woman's DNA on it. Which they thought could have been his sister Abby, but it wasn't a match because they stole a water bottle that she drank from and tested it against it. Which I think is so funny. It's like, here, you want some
Give me
water?
that.
Drink the water. Drink the water. Abby, drink the water. Drink the water, Abby. Abby, drink the water.
She's not thirsty.
Drink it, Abby.
Drink the water.
Abby, drink the water. And when he was questioned, he denied knowing anything about the case, like about the happenings of the Watcher.
Happenings.
And he was questioned before the second letter arrived, so law enforcement was like, it'd be kind of stupid for him if he sent another letter after they literally just questioned him. So they were like, okay, yeah, he's not that stupid. So after that, they were like, the whole family stopped being investigated by the police.
Sounds like a mistake.
Yeah. So I'm moving back to the timeline now and out of the theories, and I'll get back to theories at the end. So the
So
Broaddus's...
stay tuned.
Stay
Stop.
tuned,
The
dear
Broaddus's
audience.
had hired a former FBI agent and a private investigator
Wow.
to help with the investigation. So, and Derek, Maria, and their children stopped going to the house.
Derek.
And they still were not fully moved in.
Derek.
How long is this now? Like a month?
Several months.
Oh.
Wow.
So after a year of investigation, there were still no leads in the case, and they still hadn't moved into the house. So it's been a year now.
Wow.
Derek developed depression.
Why didn't they just buy a new house somewhere else?
Because his house was over $1 million.
There's multiple houses that cost that much.
Yeah, but they just spent a lot of money on this house. Like,
Sell
if you... Well, that was a problem here because they have a watcher man at the house.
A watcher woman, apparently.
Yeah, apparently so.
Miss Watcher.
Oh my gosh.
Look.
Okay,
If you have the money to buy $1 million worth of houses, then you should.
We're gonna get into that.
Money.
We're gonna get into that. All right. Derek developed depression and Maria had PTSD.
Nice.
So why are you curling your toes like that? Get it away from me. Stop. No, it's fine. You have socks on, Ben. Owen is not fine. He does not have socks on. And we're sitting on the floor next to each other.
I don't have hairy feet.
Stop. I'm going to wax your toes when we're done with this. That is disgusting.
They're hairy.
Ew. You can make a Padawan brain out of that.
Bigfoot.
That's gross. So
back to the...
6 months after the first letter arrived, they tried to sell the house, but they couldn't because of the rumors about the Watcher. So there you go.
Wow.
The Broadduses, y'all are annoying. The Broadduses also tried to sue the former owners of the house, the Woods family, for not disclosing the letter that they received before they bought the house. Oh my gosh. But the
this
lawsuit...
happens sometimes. Just ignore him.
I'm just gonna get a little bit closer to the microphone.
Yeah.
Hello. But the lawsuit was dismissed because there was no evidence that they intentionally hid the letter or thought it was a threat. Because, they threw it away, if you remember.
Oh my god.
And then the house became a media frenzy. So that made it even harder to sell the house. Thank you for listening, Owen. I really appreciate it. Ben's just being annoying.
He has hysteria sometimes. We just have to ignore it and he'll work himself through it.
So they were kind of running out of options on what to do with the house. So they tried to sell it to a developer who was going to split it into 2 different plots. But the plots would be 3 feet too small for the mandated size of the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Like, each plot would be 3 feet too small. So they appealed to the neighborhood planning board to make an exception, and it was unanimously denied.
Stroke?
Yes.
Oh.
But, everyone on the board said no. Every single person.
I'm telling you, it's the HOAs watching. It's the watching.
So,
it's all the
no,
HOAs.
I actually wrote this down.
Everyone's
I
the
think
watcher.
HOAs are so dumb.
It's...
I think they're so dumb. Like in my neighborhood,
down.
I did write it down how dumb HOAs are, and I think they're stupid. In my neighborhood, you have to get the house paint color approved. If you want to paint your house a different color, you have to get it approved.
That's pretty
I'm sorry, Jimmy on the HOA board is not going to tell me if I can't paint my house yellow or not.
I agree with that. That's pretty dumb.
It's stupid. And no. No, just no. Just no. If I have to build my house in a certain style to match other houses, I'm literally going to riot.
And
no.
No.
I'm not conforming. No, you were just too basic. Am I too extra or are you too basic? No,
Wow.
just no, I'm not. I'm sorry. I just think that's
No.
That's
it's
BS.
definitely you're confounding on logic right there because
You're what?
This is like A and P. The sheeps. The sheeps. I just said sheeps. I'm really
the
smart.
sheeps to the cosmic
sheeps.
slaughter.
What is it in A and P? The story. He's like the sheep and the pigs wandered up and down the aisles.
guess
A and P is a
that
short
was a
story.
year ago. I can't remember that.
By the
far
way,
back.
I don't remember the
Sheeps
name
to
of
the cosmic
It was
slaughter.
A&P.
I know. I'm telling the listeners that A and P is a short story. I don't remember the author, but it's basically about this kid who wants to not conform or something like that. I don't really
I thought it
remember.
was about this creepy dude who was watching some girls come through his store.
No, it was that one guy was watching the girls. And he was really creepy about it. I don't recommend it, honestly. It was really
weird.
It's kind of objectifies women, and as a
described them
girl, I don't like
really
it.
weirdly.
Anyway.
Anyways.
So them being denied the exception, sounds fair. Because you're probably thinking, well, it doesn't meet regulations. Regulations are regulations. But larger exceptions were made for another plot of land in 2018.
Yeah.
Which is, really stupid. So it was just them. It was
all,
just that
the
house.
HOA
Okay.
is the watcher.
I
It's
have an
like an
idea.
Orient Express situation. Everyone did it.
Bulldoze the house. And then just build another one.
So in December...
658 Boulevard.
That way it's not his to watch, you know what I mean?
So dumb.
It's not the House
Rebrand.
of Hunter
Rebrand. You
We
can make it
rebrand the
666 Boulevard.
Oh, that's
We rebrand the
that'll
house.
give
It's
you
not
something
the house
else
anymore.
watching you.
The
It's not
devil.
the house
Me.
anymore if you bulldog.
What?
Watching
You?
Yeah.
Are you Satan?
I'm in cohorts with them.
So, cohorts?
Cohorts.
Cahoots?
We're tea
Cohorts. It's a real word.
It's a word.
No, I know it's a real word, but I just
Then
don't.
why are you bashing me for my
Because
word?
I'm not
usage?
sure if you're
bashing him
using
for
it
that.
right. I could be
I'm
wrong.
using it perfectly.
Yeah, exactly.
I have never been more sure that the word I'm using is correct.
Practically perfect. Anyway, I keep quoting Disney movies and I need to stop.
I'm gonna get demonetized by Disney because of
In
this.
December of 2015, families who were angry. Are
I'm
you
correct,
using it
I'm
right?
correct, I'm
I'm
correct, I'm
sorry.
correct.
Okay.
Ha.
Cohort.
Who has low brain
No,
cells now?
no. Wait. No, you're not in cohorts. You are. He is your cohort. Cohort is a noun. You're not in cohorts.
No.
It says companion. I was right. You're not using it right. You're not in cohorts. He is your cohort. Dang, same thing comes up. Look who was right. Wow. You're in cahoots. He is your cohort.
Cohorts.
Not ca.
Cahoots?
You're in cahoots.
The middle school study tool?
Exactly.
The middle school. That should be the intro music. The Halloween Cahoot music. That should be the intro.
Well, then we're gonna freaking play the piano for no reason.
I
Then.
have sheet music for that.
No, you
Of
don't.
course you
Oh
do.
yeah, because y'all played it for
y'all played it.
band.
Yeah.
Ben was in the band because he was a nerd in high
That's
school.
why I'm so good at theme songs.
I was cool. I was in student council.
I was in student council.
I was
too.
in nothing.
Oh
I
my
was in
gosh.
robotics for 2 years and then I dropped out because it was boring.
So in December of 2015, families that were angry over the Broaddus's decisions to try and split the property, they received threatening letters that were signed "Friends of the Broadduses," which is ended up being written by Derek,
Of course.
the dad, who admitted it, and he was like, "Look, I was just mad." He was just trying to convince them, which is I get it, but it's really not a good move because then if you're gonna go and make them all mad, why would you make them more mad? Because they're really not gonna be. That's who are you convincing with that?
Nobody.
Exactly. Can't. So in spring 2016, they found a family willing to rent the house, with the condition that they could back out of the rent.
That was a stereotypical haunted house white family.
Yeah.
They had it was.
I bet they wanted to split up to find the monster.
Who?
The people renting the house.
No, I think it was a couple and then 2 dogs. If I remember.
Scooby Doo, they're coming after you.
You're gonna.
I don't even know if the mic picked up you saying it.
It was so quiet. Look at it.
It was. We can amplify it.
So,
No, we're gonna leave it nice and quiet.
the rent. What is it called? The renters, I guess. I don't know. Had the condition that if they got another letter, they could back out if they wanted to. And I have in my notes, lo and be freaking hold. They got another letter.
What?
That was addressed to the vile and spiteful Derek and his wench of a wife, Maria, which is really aggressive. Damn.
Derek.
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 So the letter read, this is another letter, a third letter.
Oh my gosh.
657 Boulevard survived your attempted assault and stood strong with his army of supporters, barricading its gates. My soldiers of the Boulevard all followed my orders to a T. They carried out their mission and saved the soul of 657 Boulevard with my orders.
So it is
All
the
hail
HOA.
the Watcher.
All hail
So
the
it is
Watcher.
the HOA.
Yeah, so then he goes on to basically threaten them and say, something bad's gonna happen to you because you did this, and he goes on to say maybe a car accident, maybe a fire, maybe something as simple as a mild illness that never seems to go away but makes you feel sick day after day after day after day after day after day. I think I got them.
You think
that
it's
many.
after day?
No, he wrote 5 and I think I got them all. Maybe the mysterious death of a pet, loved ones suddenly die, planes and cars and bicycles crash.
Not the bicycles.
Not the bicycle.
Bones break. You were despised by the house, and the Watcher won. So the letter obviously freaked out the tenants who were renting, but they agreed to stay as long as cameras were installed.
Of course.
So they installed cameras.
It's a stereotypical
and I literally wrote down, these people have some balls of steel. Like, actually, all I needed was cameras.
Remember they were like, catch them in the act.
They were like, we just need some cameras. That's it.
We just gotta.
No, I would need
We're gonna watch him. We're gonna watch him back.
And I'd be like, no, you need to build a moat. If you want me to say you need to build a moat, I need 3 Doberman pictures and 5 Rottweilers and 6 pit bulls, please and thank you. That's a lot of dogs, actually, that I think about it. I don't know if I want that many dogs in my house. SWAT. I would need the SWAT team.
Just there.
Outside, all the time. Just always. Anyway.
Also, maybe don't live there.
I wrote some Doberman pictures on Super Soldier Serum. Oh my gosh. So in July... Do not make fun of my laugh. I'm sorry. Oh, thank you. That was so nice.
I knew it was coming.
You're mean. So in July 2019, 657 Boulevard was finally sold for about $959,000. I'm not used to reading numbers like that.
959,000.
Thank you. Which is about $400,000 less.
No, it's about 9. 30 $30.
What?
And there's that one brain cell in action. So they sold it for about $400,000 less than the original price that they got it for. And then after this, so far after that third letter, there's been no more reports from the Watcher.
None?
So, there was actually another letter later on that was
You're a
no,
liar.
I forgot.
You're a dirty,
I forgot to
filthy
write
liar.
it down, and it was basically he was in panic, saying that the house was turning against him, and it was gonna get him or something like that.
What?
Look it up. Look it up. I forgot to put it in my notes. I researched for an hour. How dare you gasp in disappointment?
We expected better from our research.
We expected
you left out a letter.
Sucks ass.
We expect names. We expect heights.
I gave you names.
Weights.
You couldn't even remember the names. What's the name of the family?
Broadheart.
No. You're looking at the notes and you still got it
I
wrong?
don't know where to look on the notes.
It's literally underlined in red.
It's literal words. We can't remember that.
What up? I'm Jared. I'm 19, and I never freaking learned how to read. Okay.
Reading is hard.
So...
Derek.
I remember Derek.
We
Good
do like
job.
Derek.
Yeah, because y'all kept making fun of Derek. Poor
Derek.
Derek has Derek with depression.
So do I. So
Wait, he had depression?
Yeah, he got depression because...
I just know he's Derek.
Yeah, because you were in hysterics.
I
Yeah,
was
I
in
remember.
hysteria.
She said that, and then I
hysterics.
went nice.
I was in hysterics.
No, you were in hysterics.
I just said
Inside
Yeah,
of Derek?
after I said it.
You were inside of
You
Derek?
said it after... Ew.
So that's kind of
Ew. That's
free. It's kind of free.
That's kind of gay.
that.
We shouldn't say that.
Dear
We're an inclusive podcast.
Dear
Also
viewers,
because Ben has a girlfriend, so...
dear,
Single
dear,
yeah.
dear viewers,
Ben,
what you have heard is false. In the highest degree, it is false.
Ben, you're freaking ruining the audio. I hope we can use
the
that.
audio.
We can. No, it's
Okay.
not that bad. I can tell.
So there's 2 more theories, but I don't really pay attention to them because I don't think they have as much leverage as the Michael theory.
Michael.
So the first one is the gamer theory.
Wow!
Wow!
Gamer!
The police were surveilling the house one night and they saw a car parked out front around 11 p.m., which was traced back to a young woman in a nearby town, but they found out that her boyfriend actually lived on the same block as 657 Boulevard, so it was probably him in the house. What was that?
Don't worry about it.
Storage space running out of room.
Anyway.
So
Ben's getting pop-ups.
Don't worry.
This boyfriend...
What is
I'll
that?
fix it. I'll fix it.
Your computer has been compromised.
We've been, Let me check the CPU.
Oh,
Don't-
All right,
don't.
y'all go on. Y'all go on.
Okay.
I'll fix this.
Okay.
So this boyfriend was known to play some pretty dark and violent video games, which is like not really unusual because a lot of video games that dudes play are pretty dark. Personally, I play Animal Crossing, so I can't relate. But you know, can you relate, Owen?
I've played that game. Yes, I have. Yes.
Dark
I'll
video.
fix it.
I'm talking about dark video games. You zoned out.
I have a. Well, I don't know. I don't think so.
Like Call of Duty.
I'm not good at shooting games. I'm very
That doesn't
bad.
surprise me.
However, I'm very good at shooting in real life, which is why it's weird that I'm bad at shooting games.
Who did you shoot?
Definitely targets made of canvas.
And not,
Why are you?
and not
rubbing-
humans.
Yes,
What are you
Nice.
pointing at?
we're almost done.
I
If
know,
you
I'm
would
just-
just let us.
I'm.
Yeah, if you would just shut
We
up
can
and
all
let me finish.
see the time. Then it's not like
What? And it was mentioned that in one of the games, he might have played as a character called the Watcher, but it could have also just been like The Witcher or something. And it could have just been old guys being dudes and being like,
No, keep going.
What was the name of that? You know, whatever. I'm not even gonna do that. But like, they're arguing silently, and I'm confused. So.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
But the gamer agreed to be questioned, but then he never showed up, and they didn't have.
Wow.
it. The game.
That sounded so sarcastic and
No,
made
it
me
wasn't.
sad.
I swear it wasn't.
But the police didn't have enough evidence.
All the other ones were, but that one was.
That was
sincere.
definitely not.
Oh wow.
The other
Wow,
ones we
like
did,
Owen Wilson. Wow.
literally the other ones we did were like, wow. And this one I was like, oh wow.
Y'all better get more enthusiastic about this podcast because this is my baby. Okay, so leave me alone.
This is our podcast.
It's our love child.
That was disgusting.
Yeah, it was. It was also rude.
Was it rude?
Yeah, a little bit.
To call the podcast your love child?
Yeah, it was rude. You hurt her feelings.
Her?
Yep.
Do they
It's
actually?
they.
Oh, sorry. I'm not sorry.
Learn your if your so-called love child's pronouns.
Yeah,
Come
gosh.
There's 4 eyes on me right now, and I'm not into
It's
it.
five actually.
Normally, I'd
Five.
be at
on. The podcast.
what? 5?
Yeah, it's 5.
Yeah.
You got a problem with that?
They're not gonna elaborate.
gonna
They're
get
just
a
gonna
letter.
keep
We're not
repeating
gonna
it.
elaborate.
So
You're
he
gonna get
agreed
a
to
letter.
questioning, but he never showed up, and they didn't have enough evidence to force him to come. So he was never seen again.
Ooh.
Scary. Okay, the second is that the Broaddus's made all of this up to get out of the financial troubles that the house caused them, and or to get a movie deal,
A movie deal.
which is so stupid to me. I'm gonna go ahead and say that it probably wasn't a movie deal because like. Let's just pretend to be mentally ill.
Yay!
For Netflix to come to the house.
Yay!
Yeah, but ironically, a horror movie called The Watcher was released by Lifetime in 2016.
Wow.
And
Was it about 657 Boulevard? Did I
good
get it
job!
right?
You got it! They actually listened for once. You read it off the notes, didn't you?
No.
Where is it on the notes?
Right here.
See, he
No, I
wasn't
didn't
reading
see
You
it.
didn't? Oh, good job.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was focused on the red line, and I'm like,
So,
Broaddus's.
Lifetime released a horror movie about this, even though
Was
there
it
was
good?
like I don't know, I never saw it. We should watch it.
We should watch it. Review it. Do a
We'll
movie
we'll
review.
react to it
So,
during spooky thoughts.
Even though there was a cease and desist order from the Broaddus family, which is basically legal terminology for they told them to stop doing that. Some people thought it was suspicious that they were able to move from a $315,000 house to a $770,000 house and then to a $1.3 million house, which is like about a
that movie deal
$400,000
money?
jump and then about another $400,000 jump. More than $400,000 actually.
Suspicious. There's
so-
demons outside.
Yeah, somebody's like
Someone's like beating.
banging on a fence.
It's the Watcher. He's here.
He's here.
He's delivering letters.
And they thought that maybe they had like some buyer's remorse and made up the Watcher to try and get out of like the house and try and like get out of moving in and get out of the financial trouble.
okay,
Which is like a little far
why couldn't
fetched.
they? If the Watcher was real, why didn't they just bulldoze the house?
They couldn't.
Why?
They had to get approval from the HOA. Not the HOA,
Approval.
the
The Hoa.
HOA.
The Hoa.
Remember Remember, because they said they couldn't. They were gonna demolish it, turn it into 2 plots, but it was too small, so they said no. Remember?
Okay, then fine. Just remodel, rebrand, make it 658.
Okay, good idea.
That's what I said. That was my idea.
Obviously.
I'm being sarcastic.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it was Owen's idea. What are you doing?
It's like 20 minutes ago.
Some people also wondered why the family kept renovating the house even after deciding not to move in. But it could have also been like they were trying to make it look nicer to sell it. So that sounds like a basketball.
Oh.
Nope.
No one in
It
your family plays sports.
We do have a...
I know you have a basketball goal, but
we would have heard the door opening.
Who would
Yeah.
play basketball, though?
My neighbors don't have a basketball.
I thought you were going to say your neighbor's
That's
dog.
it's the Watcher. He likes basketball.
He likes-
You heard it here
he likes
first.
sports. He's not a gamer. He's a...
He likes the hoops.
He's a jock.
He's a jock.
He's
He likes a different kind of game.
Uh,
He likes to get his head in the game.
Get your head in the game.
We can't sing songs. We're gonna get
yeah,
copyright.
we're
5
gonna get
seconds.
copyright strike. No, we can't.
No, not
Our
even.
singing is too good. It's gonna get flagged.
You're right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I was cursed with this beautiful voice.
Well, okay. So some people wondered why they kept renovating after deciding not to move in.
To
I
make
said
it
that.
pretty.
I don't know. They were also just rich people, so I feel like maybe they just were like,
They
let's
ha-
just keep renovating, honey.
Everyone needs a hobby.
Yeah. Some people like to paint. Ours is just blowing money on things we don't need.
We have to spend them on something.
Yeah.
If it's there.
And then there's the letters that Derek wrote when he was
Derek.
mad about like the threatening letters he wrote to his neighbors.
Derek.
And some people like thought that was suspicious and thought maybe he wrote the Watcher letters.
Derek.
But there was also a woman's DNA on it, so you have to think about that.
Maybe he was very feminine.
You did not just say it to my face.
I mean, Derek is...
Maybe-
But like I already
Yeah.
said, the psychological
feminine
trauma that they experienced kind of strongly opposes this entire theory about like the financial trouble and the movie deals.
I mean, you did say this was 2018, right? So Derek could be a female.
It
What?
could,
Yeah, Derek could be a
but
female.
I feel like that would have been further investigated.
Whether or not he was a female?
No, like if they found female listen here. If they found female DNA and they were like, "Oh, well, Derek wrote these letters." Does that cat
Wow.
have a 6-pack? I'm sorry, I just saw a poster that
Yeah.
Owen has in his room, and this cat has a 6-pack.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, I won't.
Anyway, Derek could be female for all we know.
That's an 8-pack, actually. I counted.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
that's
did
the
you?
impact.
Yeah, I did. I counted.
Okay.
There's
No,
8
that's-
of them.
What is wrong? That's 6.
As well, but the
No.
something else that opposes
It's
this
6 and then
theory
2 really
is
big ones.
I'm just gonna keep going.
Those
Is-
are pecs, dude.
Those are on the underside of a cat. Have you never met a cat before?
No, look, that's 2, 4, 6, and those are the pecs because
No.
they're drawing it anatomically to a human.
Ben. No,
Yes,
no,
yes,
no,
yes.
no.
Can I,
Go on.
I just have like one thing left
Well,
to say.
say
that-
it.
I'm trying to, but you guys are making it very
Well, Ben's
difficult.
being stupid.
So
No, Owen's
something else that opposes this theory
It's the fact that
is
I'm
the fact that
and I've never
I'm
been
the
to New
Watcher.
Jersey.
at the same time of the sending of the first letter, another family on their street also got a letter from the Watcher, but the family also threw that one away, just like
Oh,
the Woods
nice.
did. So,
How smart.
The Watcher is just being like.
But they
he
had
just wants
lived-
a friend.
they
he
also
just wants a friend.
they
He's
also
lonely.
they also lived in that house for like many years without any problems, so they probably just thought it was like
You know,
some
he's
prankster.
sending those letters
He
because
was a
he's
gamer.
like, he's like, oh my gosh, your children are so cute. Here are their birth dates. And
He
stuff.
just grew up outside
here's their
of regular
nicknames.
society.
And their
so
nicknames.
he
Here,
just calls
I'll make
them
some new
Youngblood.
nicknames for you. Let's be friends. And then
Yeah,
they're like,
the young blood.
Youngblood.
well, let's let
Young
the young
blood
blood
number
be
1.
friends. Young blood.
Young blood number 2. Young blood number 3. Anyway,
Type O
but if the
positive.
Broadduses were attempting to make a movie deal or like get out of their house, why would they send another letter to another house if they were pretending to be the Watcher? It doesn't
to
make
get
sense.
a
Sequel.
I hate you.
Yeah. You can't have Watcher 1 without Watcher 2.
Precisely.
Yeah.
The demons are coming in.
But
You gotta
that's-
hurry up. The demons are coming in.
Demons.
Well, that's it.
Demons. That's it.
That's it.
Great.
We did it.
Wow.
But
Yes, it's
personally,
falling. Fall.
I personally like the neighbor theory the
Let it go,
best.
You know, I
Let
don't.
go of the cat.
What theories do you think? What do you guys like?
The Hoa. I think it's.
It's
the
not a
Hoas.
theory.
It's my personal.
I think
headcanon
Derek
theory.
is.
Derek's just a little man.
Okay, so Owen thinks that the Watcher was the HOA.
It's the Hoa. It's an Orient Express deal.
I think it
Everyone
was
was in on
Derek.
it. It was the Hoa,
You
the
think it was
construction
Derek? You
people,
think they
and
made
the
it up?
police.
Yeah, I think Derek gave
I might be
his
really-
wife Maria the
Maria.
letter and let her write it.
Because Maria was the one that went and checked the mail.
Or just Maria.
Yeah,
just
Maria
touched
checked
it.
the mail, and that's why there were female.
Don't say it like you knew that. I didn't even
Yeah.
say that in my notes.
Just-
I just read it, so I remembered it.
Okay, well, Maria is the one that checked the mail.
But did you think about that? The fact that maybe because Maria was the one that checked the mail when she grabbed
Well,
it.
that's
Did
what
they
I'm
only,
saying.
did they
Maria
only
checked the
find the
mail,
one trace of DNA,
which is
though?
why.
All I could find was that they found female DNA.
So
That's
that's very.
Well, they
very-
can't release all the police reports. This was like,
Of course they
what year is
can.
it? 2021. This is only 3 years ago. So like, they can't release all the police
That's hella
reports.
suspicious.
I think the police are now also a part of it. It's the Hoa, the police,
entire-
the construction people, the neighbors, the gamer. All
gamer.
of them. It's all of them.
Gamer.
Anyway, that's a lot to take in. It's been what?
Hey,
46
look!
minutes.
I started with the light case. I could go a lot heavier if
That
I
was a
wanted
light
to.
case?
That was a light case.
He was just a stalker. He wasn't like a serial killer.
He was a stalker with a cool name.
I could do Ed Kemper next time if you really wanted me to.
Who?
Exactly. Ed Kemper is
Anyway,
rough.
what
He
have we
decapitated
learned here
people.
today?
That's delicious.
And then
We have
put his
learned
pee-pee in
that,
their mouth.
that Morgan knows a lot about
I hope
murder.
Myron didn't catch
This is
that.
the start
Just
of,
saying.
of
After
a
they were
new
decapitated,
thing.
that he did
A
that.
new thing that is spooky thoughts.
Happy Halloween.
Wait, what were you saying, Ben? I wasn't listening.
You know, you
Nobody
don't have
was.
to. Nobody was.
Not even the listeners.
Nobody ever listens to me, so all I can do is just watch.
Ben is the Watcher confirmed.